Hello, dear students. Today we are going to discuss about scientific management. This is Dr. Krishna. I'm working with the Department of Management Studies, Madanapalle Institute of Technology and Science as an assistant professor. So today we are going to discuss about the scientific management. So, about my flow of my presentation is talking about F.W. Taylor and features of scientific management and elements of scientific management and the principles of scientific management. So, when we are talking about the F.W. Taylor, the Tyler is the father of the scientific management. He has started his career as a worker, and eventually, with his performance, he became very soon a supervisor, and eventually, he has done his Master of Engineering. After that, he has also acted as the engineer, so that whatever the experiences he have had in these three roles, as a worker, as a supervisor, as an engineer, he has observed the problems and prospects of the workers and the supervisors, what are their roles and responsibilities. He has observed it, and finally he has written the book called Scientific Management, about the problems and prospects of the workers. Let us see the features of the scientific management. The point number one is the separation of planning from doing. Separation of planning from doing is talking about before the scientific management, the planning and doing were carried out by the worker. So after the scientific management contributed by Mr. F.W. Taylor, he has separated the planning from doing. So he has emphasized that planning is the supervisor's job, and the doing is the worker's part. So that is about the separation of planning from doing. And second one is a functional foremanship. The functional foremanship is talking about the different supervisors are required to look after the different functions of the organization. So, uh, like if you can look at this diagram, you can also able to understand the factory manager is having with the in charges like planning in charge and the production in charge, and the planning in charge and the production in charge is also having the supervisors like a route clerk, instruction card clerk, time clerk, speed boss, gang boss, and the repair boss and the inspector. And these are all the supervisors are going to drop the instructions to the workers. So first I will discuss about the different supervisors and what are their roles and responsibilities. So the route clerk, he is specifically the route of the production. So he is responsible to fix up the route for the production. Next, about the instruction card clerk. The instruction card clerk used to drop the instructions to the workers. What are the rules and regulations are to be followed when they are at workplace. And the time and the cost clerk. The time and the cost clerk prepares the time and the cost sheets for the each and every activity. And the disciplinarian is the verification authority whether the rules and regulations could be followed by all the workers or not. So maintaining the discipline is important at the workplace, whether the workers are following or not, so that it is the responsibility of the disciplinarian to monitor it. And coming to the speed boss, the speed boss is responsible for whether the activity completed on time or not. He is only the person to monitor it. And next, about the gang boss. The gang boss is stimulating all the people to focus on the work, and he is the person to facilitate all the machines to be kept ready for the purpose of the operations. And next about the repair boss. Repair boss, it is the responsibility of the maintenance and the repairs of the machines. He is also checking up if at all any repairs are there. He is held responsible for make it under the perfect conditions of the each and every machinery. And next about the inspector. The inspector is a verifying authority to check out the quality aspects of the organization. So that here functional foremanship is talking about the different supervisors are to be required to look after the different activities of the organization. So these are all the supervisors are going to drop the instructions to the workers. Next, coming to the F.W. Taylor, he has divided his theory into the two parts: elements of scientific management and the principles of scientific management. First, we'll talk about the elements of scientific management, time and motion studies. The time and motion studies, first, the time study is talking about how much time it takes to complete the particular job. And the motion study is the observational study about the movements of the body and also the limbs when the people are performing at the workplace. So here, why closely observing it here, sometimes to avoid some of the wasteful motions, you can also avoid and also determine the best of the ways for performing the job. So that is about the time and motion studies. Next, about standardization of tools. People can do nothing with their bare hands, so that it is the responsibility of the management to provide the necessary tools to the people to perform the tasks. And next one is scientific selection of workers, selecting the workers on the basis of the scientific procedures, like when you are selecting the guy, first conduct the written test, after that personal interviews, and after that their physical examination, whether they are mentally fit, morally fit, ethically fit. So these are all the conditions you have to observe, and then verify all these conditions and take the employee uh, at the workplace. And next, about mental revolution. Mental revolution means the mutuality of interest principles here works out between the management and to the worker. Good bonding system is required between the management and to the worker. So then only one to one, it is kind of a one to one relationship which can improves the productivity. Mutuality of interest principle is talking about I need you, you need me. If you look at me, I look at you. So that such type of a bondism is required between the management and to the workers. And next, about the financial incentives. The financial incentives acts like the stimulation factors which can stimulate the workers to contribute more and more for the development of the organization. Next, coming to the principles of scientific management. First one is replacing the rule of thumb with science. This focuses on increasing the efficiency of the organization through scientific analysis of the work, not with the rule of thumb method. Earlier, the people devised their own ways to perform the job. They have their own ways, and they are also relying upon their intuition and experience, and they have taken the decision. So whatever the intuition and their experience, if they have taken, that will be also adversely reflect on the productivity. That's why he has changed the complete scenario. Basing on the scientific analysis only, he has replaced the rule of thumb with the science for taking the standard decisions, which are going to be the embedded results for the development of the organization. Next, about harmony in group action. Harmony in group action is talking about one should take the initiation to bring up all the people who are working at the organizational level, bring up all the people onto the same platform and directing them towards to achieve for a common goal. Otherwise, the people will be discarded. So that the initiation is compulsory to bring up the harmony in the organization. Next, about the cooperation between the management and to the workers. Understandability, the equation should be good between the management and to the workers. It is only a synergetic effect. 1 plus 1 is equal to a synergetic effect. So that the understanding between the management and the workers should understand the management, and also the management also should understand the workers. It means that when the organization was under profits, the organization also announced the bonuses to the workers. Then the workers also felt very, very happy, right? Happy living. So after that, sometimes their sales have been declined, and then the organization went into the loss mode. At the time of such type of situations, the workers should be voluntarily come forward to rehabilitate the status of the organization. So that is the great contribution is required. That is the real meaning of the cooperation. The status of the organization, when the organization grows, you will be also grown along with the organization. Such type of equation and such type of understanding is required in between the management and to the workers. And next, about the maximum output. So when we can get the maximum output, we can get the maximum output without any wastages. Also, we can also get the maximum output. And the next second thing is maximum output because of the efficiency and time to time update the skills of the employee according to the changes in the environmental conditions. The organization has to take the initiation to update the skills of the employees by the way of sending them to the conferences, by the way of inviting the experts to their organization to update their skills, and thereby the application knowledge is going to be very, very easy for them to contribute the good results for the organization, and thereby we can also derive the maximum output. And next, about the development of workers. So according to the changes in the environmental conditions, we have to develop or to update the skills of the workers. Otherwise, we cannot sustain in the market. So this is about the principles of scientific management. So when we are talking about the summary, first we have discussed about the F.W. Taylor. After that, we have discussed about the features of the scientific management. After that, we have discussed about the functional foremanship. After that, we have discussed about the elements of management, and finally we have discussed about the principles of scientific management. So this is about only the summary of the scientific management. If you can have any doubts, you can also contact with us, Dr. Krishna, KS, at the rate MITS.ac.in. Thank you very much. If time permits, we'll meet again. Until then, have a nice day. Thank you.